you to our underwriters.
Walmart. At Walmart, you can save money so you can live better.
MSU Hockey Club, the 2013 ACHA Men's Division I National Champions. Visit us online at msubeaverhockey.com or on Facebook and Twitter.
Western Pacific Crane and Equipment, the authorized dealer for Manitowoc, Grove, and National Crane.
The Center for Extended Learning. Our mission is to provide flexible, accessible, and quality lifelong learning opportunities.
All-American Trophies. Established in 1983, located on South Broadway for all your trophy and screen printing needs.
The Pita Pit. Sandwiches, soup, and salad. Fresh thinking, healthy eating.
Art Main. Women's clothing, accessories, and art supplies, located on Main Street.
Midwest Oil Jobs. Brings employers, retailers, and other professionals from the Midwest under one roof to connect like-minded individuals.
Creative Property Management. Over 45 years of experience in managing properties and helping tenants find the right home.
MSU Athletic Department, NCAA Division II, promoting good character and a positive experience. Red Rising.
MSU Red and Green. Minot State University's official student-run newspaper.
Digital Office Center. Offices located in Minot and Bismarck. Provides the complete line of Xerox equipment, supplies, and services.
Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports. Located on South Broadway across from Walmart.
Be seen, be heard on the Alshire, Black Box, and Amphitheater stages. MSU Theater, where we tell the world's stories.
MSU Art Department, stimulating creativity campus-wide by providing exhibitions and art events.
Fiancé Bridal, located downtown Minot, and now you can shop online.
NDAD, help for people with disabilities and health challenges. Pepsi of Minot, the local Pepsi Cola bottling company serving the North Dakota areas of Minot, Dickinson, Devil's Lake, Bottineau, and Hettinger.
Thank you for joining us this week on MSU Inside Out here on your local access channel, Channel 19 for KMSU. I'm one of your hosts, Jamie Council.
And I'm your other host, Mariah Zaback. I'm really looking forward to what we have for you guys today. We have a really fun show for you.
We do.
Yep.
We do. I know Mariah here is going to be talking to Melanie Moore, talking about an event at the end of the month centering around Halloween. That's really exciting. And I'm going to be talking to our very own hockey coach, Wade Brigitte, about a lot of exciting things this weekend.
You know, speaking about hockey, we also have a new sports guy with us. We have Jesse, as always, but we have a new look into a fantasy football feature every week, a new weekly segment here on the show. That's something to look forward to. And we also have Rostvedt going on all throughout Minot. It's the biggest Scandinavian festival in North America, I hear, so that's huge up until October 5th. I know Brigitte has some stuff about that for us.
I do, and we'll get to that later, but right now, we're heading to the parade. The MSU Broadcasting Float is among the highlights of this year's homecoming parade. The Minot Daily News featured this snapshot on our float on the front page of Sunday's paper. Members of KMSU, Media Inc., Pressa, and other broadcasting majors collaborated to design and construct this look into the future float. This year's homecoming parade displayed red and green floats in the full force, featuring the theme, Then, Now, Always. Parade participants tossed out candy, t-shirts, frisbees, and much more to the eagerly awaiting crowd. More than 80 entries showed up to support the centennial year at this year's parade. A North Dakota native presents her first book documenting their family's fourth-generation farm and agricultural heritage. Homepage by Sarah Christensen is a book that interweaves her photographs of the family farm and the farms of her Norwegian ancestors. These precisely composed images capture work from spring planting to fall harvesting. Historical snapshots and documents pulled from the family archives help to complete the ensemble. Intended to connect and record the farm's history with its uncertain future, Christensen traveled to Norway to take a look into its past. Home Place pays tribute to not only her family's farm, but all small farms, rural places, and traditions that are in danger of disappearing. You can buy the book online, or you can go to the Home Place book signing happening right now at the Norsk Husfest. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, you heard right. The 36th annual Norsk Husfest is happening now until October 5th. This festival has grown into North America's largest Scandinavian festival, with tens of thousands of people attending from all over the world. It celebrates Scandinavian heritage culture from Denmark, Finland, Iceland, Norway, and Sweden. More than 200 internationally recognized artisans, craftsmen, and chefs participate every year. The experience is diverse in arrangement of contemporary and the traditional. The cuisine, clothes, art, and jewelry are authentic and exquisitely Nordic. The festival is being held at the State Fairgrounds inside the All Seasons Arena. You can purchase tickets at the fairgrounds or visit northhusfest.com. Minot and surrounding areas can look forward to a new radio show on Channel 19. Senior Matt Zappone is hosting his very own show in collaboration of his senior project. You can listen as various guests join him to discuss alternative rock scene on a local, regional, and national standpoint. Tune in every Thursday at 7 on Channel 19 to hear more about Matt's music talk. And I know I haven't even started about my senior project yet, but luckily I'm not quite there, but I know you are, so have you started at all?
Well, thanks for reminding me. I guess I finally picked a project if that counts. Thanks for reminding me about all that work. So let me get to my interview to kind of take my mind off that. Thanks, Brigitte.
No problem.
I'm here with MSU head coach Wade Regier, and I know you're a former player as well. And a big weekend coming up for you guys. A little recap, I know you guys are 4-0, ranked number 1 in the nation. So what are your thoughts about the progress so far this season?
It's been really exciting. The first 4 games are kind of a preseason games. They're kind of games that give us an opportunity to kind of reevaluate ourselves and, more importantly, do a lot of team building and just kind of see where we're at it. But it's exciting so far, and the guys are looking really good.
Yeah, it's been really fun to watch them kind of come together as you guys are forming the lines. And then, like I mentioned, a very big weekend coming up. 14th ranked UCO is coming to town. You guys kicked them out of playoff contention last year. So what are how are you guys preparing for this series?
Well, it's a big thing. They're a hardworking team, and right now they're ranked 14th, but it's very underrated. They beat the 5th ranked Adrian College last week and the 3rd ranked Lindenwood University also. So,
and you guys played them in the finals of nationals.
Absolutely.
Last year.
So they're very underrated this year, and so they're going to come in as a hard group. Like you said, we knocked them out in the second round of national tournament, so they're going to be a hungry opportunity, to try to knock us off as a number 1 team. So for us, it's been high energy, high tempo type practices to get the guys back into game shape, and hopefully it's going to bode well for us.
Yeah, so I know a lot of the guys are really excited to get back on the ice because they've had a couple weeks off, so it'll be fun to watch that. And then more so, a lot of things going off the ice. I know it's alumni weekend, so you have 50 to 60 alumni expected coming to town. So what exactly entails with alumni weekend?
It's an exciting time for our alumni to come back and reconnect with the program. A lot of guys getting back together and haven't seen each other in a long time. Saturday's kind of their day. There's a lunch together where they can see some of the memorabilia. The championship trophy will be on hand. Then they get to play their own game where they get their own jersey and get to play and let's try to rekindle how it went, and it's certainly exciting. And then they get to be honored at the actual game in the second period, and so it's certainly going to be very exciting on Saturday.
Well, it's going to be kind of fun to kind of remind them that they can't exactly play anymore. Maybe some of them still can, who knows. So they'll be excited to see that. And then also at the second game Saturday night, you guys have the historic banner raising. I know you've been kind of hush-hush, kind of keeping a little bit quiet about that, but are there any details of the ceremony that you'd be willing to share, or are you just kind of keeping that?
Well, it's kind of hush-hush. I mean, we try to be a little bit secret of it. It's been trying to keep that banner, which looks really nice, hidden on campus, and not having so many people. We had the rink ahead of time this morning and worked through some kinks and stuff like that, but let's just say you want to be there. You don't want to miss out. You want to make sure you get there early because it's going to be about 5 or 10 minutes before the game starts. And so it's an exciting time. It's something that I think makes it permanent. The guys are certainly looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's going to be great. Everybody, it's going to be on raising over center ice. So anybody that comes to the Mesa will be able to see that. So get there early on Saturday for the puck drop. Again, it's at 7:30. And if people can't see it, is the banner raising going to be online?
Absolutely. We've got a really good relationship with fasthockey.com where you can go on, log on, and you can watch the whole ceremony. They usually have a good solid half an hour before the game for any preview shows and things like that. And you'll see Nick Holberg and yours truly doing some stuff, which is going to be exciting. And we've really had a really good last 2 home games, and we've had a lot of really good feedback about how that all operates. But yeah, we got a lot of parents and family, and anybody else that can't get it to the game, they can watch it, and I guarantee you we'll make sure we'll take a snapshot and put it on social media so everybody can actually see it.
Yep, you got me really excited about that. I know I've been following on social media, and you can follow the Beavers on Facebook and on Twitter. And watch their game on Fast Hockey. I know that there's a lot of Nick Holberg is the new play-by-play guy, so there'll be a lot going on there. But thank you so much for joining me, and good luck this weekend.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to it.
And so, like I said, they have a new play-by-play guy, and they're doing a new webcast. But football has also kind of taken a different turn with their new video board, and I know Kyler is standing by with the man behind the board. Kyler?
Thanks, Jamie. We're here with Steve Fredsall. Steve is the Director of Video Services here for Minot State. And Steve, what goes into being the Director of Minot State, or the Video Services Director?
Quite a bit. Everything from running the video board to doing specific programs for the athletes and their respective sports. Any given day I can be either making graphics, doing interviews, putting new content on the video board. So it's a lot of fun, but a lot of work too.
You talk about the video board, and I got to tell you, the first time I saw it, I freaked out because this is Minot, North Dakota. We don't see very much stuff like this. So I guess how much time goes into working on the board?
The board itself, once everything's loaded, it's not too much, but get everything ready for the game. Depending on how many videos I have to upload, getting everything set up, I'd say probably at least 10 to 15 hours a week, just making sure everything's put together. Games themselves, obviously, running the directing, doing that kind of thing. Just kind of fits in the job description, but a lot of prep work more than anything else.
Yeah, so it takes so much work. Do you have any help up there? Is it just you mainly?
As far as loading everything, I usually do most of that on my own, but running events, I have a staff anywhere from 9 to 10 people on a football game day, and honestly, I'd like to have more. Sometimes it seems like we're running around a little too much, but that's production for you. So,
yeah, you said you were from Connecticut originally, so how did you end up landing this job?
I actually got an alert from NCAA, their job board. They sent me a job recommendation. I sent them my resume, and they highly recommended me for it, and put in my resume for it, and lo and behold. So
yeah. So if people want to try to get things up on the scoreboard, do they come to you? Like, let's say between halftime, they want some advertisements put on there. Do they come to you, or who do they go to?
They can go directly to me. They can also contact James Keykafer. He's our marketing guy over in athletics. If you want it on the board, you definitely got to get it to me at least 3 days ahead of time, just because I got to convert files, everything like that. But yeah, either myself or James, usually we're the ones who handle all the marketing stuff coming in. So. And
do you have to pay a fee to get on the board, or just?
As of right now, we're not completely decided on student work, stuff like that. We're probably going to try to keep that fee to a minimum if we do have one. But as of right now, there's no fee. But obviously marketing and advertisers, people outside of the university will want that underwriting. So
Yeah, so let's say if I wanted to help out, how would I get in contact with you, or can I help out? How do I go about that?
If you are interested in joining our crew, you can contact myself, James Keycafer, or Michael Linnell in the athletics. You can come straight to the athletics office. I'm there every day. So just come by, drop a line, do whatever you got to do, and I'll make sure I get something for you.
All right, thank you for joining us today, Steve. If you want to see Steve's craft, he does all the video services for the new scoreboard here at Minot State, so you can catch that on the west side of Herb Parker Stadium. So we'll send it back to you guys.
Thank you, Kyler, and thank you for telling us about the reader board. I know that I have got a chance to go out and see it in action. It's so much fun to go see. If you guys haven't seen it yet, make sure you go to the games next weekend. Football and soccer will be playing next weekend, not this weekend, but next weekend, so you can get a chance to look at that cool reader board.
Yeah, it's very exciting. There's a lot of exciting things going on in athletics. And speaking of exciting things, there's also a lot of exciting things coming up on our show. We still have Mariah's interview with Melanie Moore talking about a very fun event going on in the Dome that's centered around the community. More about that. And then also some baseball, some basketball, and a new fantasy football segment. So we have Jesse Rostvedt and Aundrey Livingston with sports. And then also the weather. I hope it's going to be a little warmer, but probably not. We'll hear more about that with Christopher Capp.
Thank you to our underwriters.
Walmart. At Walmart, you can save money so you can live better.
MSU Hockey Club, the 2013 ACHA Men's Division I National Champions. Visit us online at msubeaverhockey.com or on Facebook and Twitter.
Western Pacific Crane and Equipment. The authorized dealer for Manitowoc, Grove, and National Crane.
The Center for Extended Learning. Our mission is to provide flexible, accessible, and quality lifelong learning opportunities.
All-American Trophies. Established in 1983, located on South Broadway for all your trophy and screen printing needs.
The Pita Pit. Sandwiches, soup, and salad. Fresh thinking, healthy eating.
Art Main. Women's clothing, accessories, and art supplies, located on Main Street.
Midwest Oil Jobs brings employers, retailers, and other professionals from the Midwest under one roof to connect like-minded individuals.
Creative Property Management. Over 45 years of experience in managing properties and helping tenants find the right home.
MSU Athletic Department, NCAA Division II, promoting good character and a positive experience. Red Rising.
MSU Red and Green. Minot State University's official student-run newspaper.
Digital Office Center. Offices located in Minot and Bismarck. Provides the complete line of Xerox equipment, supplies, and services.
Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports. Located on South Broadway across from Walmart.
Be seen, be heard on the Alshire, Black Box, and Amphitheater stages. MSU Theater, where we tell the world's stories.
MSU Art Department, stimulating creativity campus-wide by providing exhibitions and art events.
Fiancé Bridal, located downtown Minot, and now you can shop online.
NDAD, help for people with disabilities and health challenges. Pepsi of Minot, the local Pepsi Cola bottling company serving the North Dakota areas of Minot, Dickinson, Devils Lake, Bottineau, and Hettinger.
Thank you and welcome back to MSU Inside Out. I'm your host, Mariah Zaback, and here with me today I have two of the co-chairs and a student co-chair for the MSU Halloween at the Dome. It's an event that happens every year. This is our 31st year. It's the golden year. It's going to be on October 31st. So thank you, both of you, for being here with us.
Awesome.
So first I have a couple questions for you, Melanie. Can you tell me a little bit about who gets to be in the Halloween at the Dome, how you get a booth, how the community can get involved in that?
Okay. We send out invitations to all MSU student organizations. We send out to businesses throughout town. They hear things from other people, and sometimes people contact us. wondering if they can sponsor a dome or sponsor a party at a booth at the dome, excuse me. And some people would like to get involved, but they don't want to sponsor a booth in the traditional sense. They say, what can we do to help you out? So we have started fundraising for the event to help offset some of the costs. We also like to help out the MSU student organizations with some of their candy, because they're mostly, you know, if we wouldn't have the student organizations, we wouldn't have a party at the dome.
Yeah.
Because like 75 to 80% of the booths are MSU student organizations.
Wow, and so I know it's a fun event that kids can go to. It's a safe place to be. If you're, instead of trick-or-treating, I mean, you can go trick-or-treating afterwards too. It's 5 to 8, so tons of adults bring their kids there. Now you are on the student council for exceptional children, so can you tell me a little bit about what you've done to plan this event?
Well, tomorrow's our first planning meeting, but we're doing our news tours. And then also we have gotten our group together to kind of organize what we're doing.
Very cool, very cool. Now I know we do a chroma key every year with the broadcasting department. We are also involved in this, so if you want to come by and see us, we're going to have a little green screen that your kids can sit in front of, and they'll get spooked behind them on the TV. They can see themselves on TV, which is a really cool and fun thing. What kind of things have you guys had in the past that are super fun?
Well, last year we had a rather unique student booth. They had a big volcano, and it was actually spewing some smoke, and the fire alarms went off numerous times. And we finally had to ask them, they had to stop it, because the fire department came there to check it out to see what was happening. They kind of figured it was something to do with the Halloween party, and so we had to have them shut that off. But
yeah,
the kids had a good time with it. And it seems like the science clubs usually go above and beyond, because they really plan things out. They've had different things, crawling through a cave, and kids putting their hands in different things, like whether it be
grossing them
Yeah,
out.
grossing them out. And it's really like Jello or you know, those gummy worms, that sort of thing. So
yeah,
they have fun with it.
So can you tell me, either one of you, what makes this so special, such a special event for the community? The whole community has been involved for 31 years, so can you tell me why it's so special?
It's special because this is a place where they can come. It's inside, so the outside elements, you know, don't come into play at all. It's very safe environment, and so they don't have to worry about their kids. We do ask that the parents come along with the kids.
Yeah.
You know, whether they're 2 or 13 years old. We just ask that an adult companion come with them.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you to both of you for being here and planning this awesome event for us. So again, this event is going to be on the 31st of October in the Dome. It is free and open to the entire community. If you're interested in sponsoring a booth for this, you can contact Melanie Moore or Lisa Eriksman, and that wraps it up for this. So thank you guys both for being here, and I look forward to seeing you at Halloween at the Dome.
Okay, thank
Now,
you.
speaking of Halloween, I have been working on my costume since like last Halloween. Jesse, have you gotten anything yet?
No, I have no idea what I'm doing. I've been focusing a little more on the sports side of things, but now that it's October, maybe I'll have to think about my costume.
Yeah, get a couple ideas brainstorming.
Yeah, maybe, but I've got more sports to get into first. So I'll start with basketball. The Minot State University's men's basketball team has begun its preseason workouts. College teams around the country are allowed to practice on the court for 2 hours each week. Official practices will start on October 15th. Head coach Matt Merkin is entering his second year as leader of the Beavers. It's difficult for him to contain excitement. He wants to see more of his players and have more time to accomplish work on the court.
We've got 6 new guys for our program this year. 3 of them are older guys and 3 of them are freshmen. I'm excited about all the guys. Each of them brings something unique to our program. I've got high expectations for all those guys, just like I do all the guys in our program, but I know that there's some pieces in there that can help us. Hopefully it's sooner rather than later.
Coach Merkin also says he's looking for 2 keys this season: leadership and defense.
We need to have better internal leadership. We can't just have one coach or 4 coaches telling guys how to do things. We haven't really had a chance to start practice right now. We only have 2 hours a week on the court, and we're spending maybe an hour of that on our defensive stuff, so we haven't had enough time to really get to where we need to be. So far, we've been coming along slowly with that. We've been getting better on a daily basis, but I want to see us get much better, much quicker in that regard.
The Beavers' season will start on October 30th when they travel to Dickinson State. Now, baseball is not yet in season, but the MSU baseball team is staying active this off-season. Jamie Council has more on the story.
While other sports are in season this fall, one team is still out there working hard even though they are a spring sport. Even in the rain at scrimmages, the team is seeing a great crowd turnout.
Yeah, it's been awesome. You know, we've been running a lot of inter squads, and we have a good turnout at those. And you know, against Williston on Friday, I wish we would have played a little bit better, but it was cold and rainy, and we still had a good turnout.
The MSU baseball team is working out the kinks with a new set of players. They have been in the weight room, practicing, and at Corbett Field for inter-squad scrimmages, but it's been a tough couple years for the baseball team.
It's awesome to be at Corbett again. You know, it's been over 3 years since we've been on our home field because of the flood and some of the other things we've had to deal with, so it's just fun to be at home again and finally step foot on that field. We've got several guys that are juniors or seniors and have never played on their home field, so the guys have really enjoyed that and playing in front of a home crowd.
Let's hope they can hit next season out of the park. Reporting for MSU Inside Out, I'm Jamie Council.
It will certainly be nice to have baseball back in Minot this spring. Now, the Minot State men's golf team finished their fall championship tied for 6th place. The tournament was played on Monday and Tuesday. The 2-day scores will combine with the spring championship to determine a conference champion. Defending individual conference champion Cowan O'Keefe sits 11 strokes back after firing a 2-day total of 157. Now, the spring championship will be held in April. And the Minot State football team will be feeling a sense of urgency this weekend. The Beavers bring their 1-3 record south to play their rival, the University of Mary. MSU hopes to play spoiler as it is homecoming week for the Marauders. The game will be played on Saturday at 2:30 in Bismarck. And let's stay on that football train. It's time for Aundrey's Fantasy Football segment. And for those of you having trouble with your fantasy football teams, have no fear, Aundrey is here.
Welcome to Week 5's Fantasy Football. This is where the good teams are being separated from the great. Now, the bye week may be causing you some problems, and if you're looking for great production, pick up Falcons running back Jaquiz Rogers. And if you're caught up in the Buffalo situation, I want you to start Fred Jackson and sit C.J. Spiller. And everyone loves a sleeper pick. And here's my sleeper pick of the week. Danny Woodhead. Pick up Danny Woodhead from the Chargers, and you'll have a great week. Everything will be great if you listen to Dre. Keep it real.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is our expert. Take notice of his wisdom. Now, girls, that's a fun new segment we'll be doing here on the show. I gotta know, are either of you doing fantasy football?
You know what? Not this year, but I plan on winning next year, so good luck to
I
you.
know our very own Josh Zimmer, cameraman behind, is pretty good at that, so I get my fix through him.
Now, speaking of football, we've been so blessed with such great weather this year. Unfortunately, I hear that the weather is starting to cool down. Chris Capp is here with us to tell us about what we have to look forward to or not look forward to.
Yes, more importantly.
So, Chris, what do you have for us?
Well, we have a little bit to look forward to, but not right away. Actually, I've got more of that right over here, so why don't you follow me over here? All right. As you can see, we have 56 degrees right now in Minot, which is pretty nice when you consider, all considered. It's been a pretty good week. And humidity 61%, sunrise still at 7:47, 7:19 tonight will be the end. And then, all right, tonight we have 44 degrees in Grand Forks and 51 in Fargo, not too bad. And it's going to be overcast overall over North Dakota. We have around 42 here and 41 over on the western side. We also have tomorrow is going to be cloudy, but it's still going to have some sun. Tomorrow, 45 high and 30 low. We're going to start getting into the freezing temperatures, which, you know, that could be good or bad depending on what you think. But we also have snow in Dickinson. So beware of that. Tomorrow night, we have like 42 degrees. It's going to be rainy. And that's going to just be pretty much across North Dakota yet again. But hockey tomorrow night, looking forward to that. Then Saturday, it's going to start to clear up a little bit. It's going to, at least in Minot, as you can see. It's going to be rainy. It's going to be okay, though, overall. Saturday will be nice. And then Sunday, we're going to start to finally see the temperatures start rising back up, and we're going to have really good temperatures as we continue on throughout the week. As on Monday, you'll have 63 and 61, 64, so we'll stay in that 60s from then on, and it'll get back into nice temperatures.
I heard you say the S word, so.
Sorry, thanks Chris
thank
so
you,
much
Chris.
for that quick update on weather.
And people can, to get out of the cold weather, can go watch hockey on the ice, so, that's always good.
I'll see you there, sideline reporting. We're going to end the show today with the KMSU Song of the Week, Alabama. They're going to be at Hostfest.
And Song of the South by Alabama. And thank you for joining us this week, and we'll see you guys next week here on MSU Inside Out.
Song of the South. Sweet potato pie and a shut my mouth. Gone with the wind. There ain't nobody looking back again.